tips to get your time back. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Ignite Your Glow. My name is Jessica Harris and we are going to be diving into tip number 2 on how you are going to be able to get your time back. All right, y'all, and before we jump in, you already know the deal. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that bell above right quick so you can go ahead and be notified every time a new video drops. All right, let's go ahead and jump right on in. All right, y'all. So tip number 2 on how you are able to get your time back is going to be about your self-care. What I mean here is that you need to be scheduling in your self-care. Now, y'all, I do not mean only the once a month when you may get your nails done or maybe you're getting your hair done, right? Or for the guys, maybe you're going to the barbershop right quick. No. That's not what I mean here. What I mean here is that I need you guys to start scheduling your self-care on a daily basis and then on a weekly basis and of course with something monthly as well. Now for some of y'all may be looking like that's a lot of time for myself, but you know what? That's the point. That's the purpose. When you are able to take care of yourself properly, you're then able to do all the things that are needed of you, whether that's raising your children, whether that's you working with your spouse and things of that nature, your relationship, building that too, building up your friendships, building up relationships when it comes to your clients and things of that nature, right? Having the energy to be able to manage all of these tasks and more. Some of you all are serial entrepreneurs, which means that you have a multitude of things that you manage. Some of you may be authors, you may have blogs, podcasts, vlogging, and so much more tied to you, which means that you need to be in a position to not be irritable when it comes time to do those tasks, and to also understand that boundaries are needed. When you make self-care a priority in your life, you're letting other people know that you matter too. That in order for you to be the most effective person in their life, in whatever role or capacity it needs to be in, you have to take care of yourself. So let's break this down, right? When we talk about setting up a scheduling routine for a daily basis, I'm talking about taking breaks throughout the day. I'm talking about, as a busy entrepreneur myself, there's times that I'm going from like 7 in the morning until like 11 at night, right? Not all the time, y'all. Not all the time. But peep, I take breaks throughout that day, which means I'm not going all of those hours straight. I'm chunking up my time. So if you went back ahead and looked at the previous video for tip number 1, that was do what? Create a solid routine. Why? Because when you have a routine, you're then able to do what? Schedule in your self-care. When I can schedule in my self-care, that means that I can start putting in my breaks. I can put in my 15-minute breaks, my 30-minute breaks, even my hour or 2-hour blocks of time inside there as well, where maybe I'm just getting away from the computer. Maybe I'm walking around. Maybe I go watch a movie. Maybe I'm going to go chill with my children. Whatever the case is, you need to be scheduling in your breaks. And yes, for those of you who may not believe in breaks, y'all, you need breaks. Being on a computer for that long is not healthy. If you think about major companies like insurance companies and things of that nature, I used to work for a major insurance company when I lived back in Connecticut, and what they made it a point inside of their memos to their employees was that every several hours, I think it was either every hour or every 2 hours, the employees needed to take a 15-minute break off of the computer. Why? So they could relax their eyes. Why? Because they understood that although being on a computer was needed for their job, it was not healthy for their eyes. That's also why they had really good eye insurance as well, because they understood that their eyes were taking a big hit by being on the computer so much. So take heed of these things, y'all. Screen breaks are needed, and that's not just from the computer, that's for your phone too. Take some time, take an hour away from the day, right? Put your phone down, put the computer down, and go outside. Go do something. Go get some fresh air. Go for a mini hike. Go for a jog. Go for a bike ride. But do some of these things. And these are activities you can do on a daily basis, even on a weekly basis. Like you may say, okay, you know what? Saturdays, that's my day to go on a hike. Perfect. Go on a 2-hour hike with your loved ones, or do it by yourself, whichever one makes the most sense in your life. And then for the monthly routine, right? You can go ahead and schedule a monthly getaway. A getaway does not have to be anything major, y'all. I'm not saying you got to leave the country. I'm not even saying you really even got to leave your house or even your home, depending on what it is. But you can go ahead, depending on how your household is structured, you can tell your spouse or your partner, like, hey, I need the weekend, whether that's, a Friday, Saturday, or that could be like a Friday night into Saturday evening, right? Where it's just you, right? Maybe you're in the room, maybe you have a different room in your household that you're able to just hang out in, and you're able to just really take time for yourself. But really allow yourself that permission. Like, you have permission to do these things. I remember back in December, I went ahead and I told my children's father, like, yo, I have a lot of work I need to get done. And as much as I love being at the house with the little people, I need to get out the house and go to a hotel and just focus, because I just couldn't do it. And he was like, all right, cool, bet. Because he understood what I was doing for my business, and he understood that I needed time to focus to get the work that I needed to get done. So having a person or a partner that can understand you, like for us, we were not together, but he was understanding because of the dynamic of just us having 3 children together. He understood, like, yeah, I get it, go ahead, because he knew it was a lot that I was doing, and it was a lot that was on my plate. So just having the right support systems in place, that's a whole nother tip, but I'm gonna throw that in here because I feel like y'all need to hear it, especially when it comes to self-care. In order for me to be the best mom, I gotta take care of me. In order for me to best coach, I gotta take care of me. In order for me to be the best person to other people, whether it be random strangers on the street or whatever the case is, I have to take care of me. Think about it. Who wants to sit there and be home after you done sat there at the computer for 12 hours and then come and hear screaming children? Y'all, your mind is gonna blow. It's gonna be like, yo, I can't do this. But why is it gonna feel that way? Because you haven't taken the time to take care of your needs first. Y'all, get into the habit of understanding that self-care is truly a priority. There's a ton of ways and a ton of tips and a ton of things you can do to take care of yourself. I'm going to make another video with just a list of activities that you can do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, but understand that self-care has no limit on the ways in which you're able to do it for yourself. Look at your budget and see what makes sense. You don't need to spend a fortune on self-care. There's plenty of free things that you're able to do, and there's plenty of ways to still have self-care while managing a household of children. I've done it. I have 3 little people, so I'm telling y'all it's possible, but you have to set the boundaries in place in order for that to happen. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far. Go ahead, again, like, subscribe, and hit that bell above so you can be notified when more videos drop. And I'll meet y'all again for tip number 3.